Okay, hi. So I'm going to check whether, yep, we are recording. Okay. So in this part of the video, we are going to try and look at three different charts. And this is the pie chart here. We're going to look at the donut chart. And we are going to look at the tree map. Now, these three charts are will be quite colorful and nice. Yeah, pie charts are usually used to show proportions. Yeah, if you have eaten a pizza or a pie, they are circular and then there are different slices, right, on a pie. Yeah, similarly, that's the idea of a pie chart. Yeah. So, in order to put in a pie chart, we can just click on it and then the pie chart should appear. So, here. So, they're trying to show different proportions, okay? Now, pie charts are not they are useful to if there are little categories and the slices are not too thin, yeah. Okay, but as we get as the amount of data, let's say there's a lot of data that needs to be sliced, the pie chart will become eyesore, yeah. So usually in cases where you have minimal data or you want to emphasize, let's say your top 4 or 5 uh, data in a category, yeah, you can use the pie chart or a donut chart or a tree map, yeah. Okay, so first of all, we'll start with the pie chart. All right, and I've got my data imported here. So we have our beach names again, yeah, and then the measurements, when the measurements were taken, the water temperature and water height. Just to recap the data set again one more time, I'll go into data. Yeah, so we have actually 6 beaches here that spans this data set, yeah, of 34,000 rows approximately, yeah, 34,164 rows. Okay, so we have 6 beaches and we have 34,000 records. Now, naturally a question arises in my mind, which beach had the most number of records here? Yeah, or what is the proportion of records? All the beaches having the same amount of records? That's the question, right? So over here we can't seem to see it clearly. So what we have to do is we can use a pie chart to show the proportions of the various beaches. So we have 6 beaches and a pie chart should be able to handle 6 different slices. So we'll go and do that now. Okay, so we are back on our pie chart. So clicking on the report view will bring us back to our visualization. Now we're going to divide the pie chart by the beach name. Okay, so therefore I'll drag my beach name and put it onto the legend. The legend does the coloring of the pie chart, yeah. So we can see that automatically here the colors are thrown in, yeah. And then the next quantity that I'm interested in is how many records are there. Now, for that, I can either use the measurement date time here, or I can use the water temperature, or I can use the wave height, either way. So in this case, I'm going to use the water temperature and I'm going to pull it in towards the values. So in the values, we can see that I've put in the values here and I get a nice pie chart here. All right. So it sums up the water temperature, yeah? It sums up the water temperature. Now, I don't want to sum the water temperature. I want it to count the water temperature. How many records there are. Yeah, we are not interested in the temperature itself. We are interested in how many records there are. So that's the difference between sum and count. Okay? So instead of sum, I'm going to change this to count. So, and the values change accordingly. Now we can see that this is not highly proportional. There are 3 beaches that are about the same. Yeah. So Ohio Street Beach is about 27%. Calumet Beach 22%. Montrose Beach 21%. And the rest of the other beaches are only 10 or 11%. Yeah. Right. Okay. So these 3 beaches have got more data sets that were collected. Yeah. So from this nice pie chart, we can actually see the proportions here, right? Yeah. So this presented beautifully. Okay. So what is the difference between a pie chart and a donut chart? in a donut chart, with this chart selected, if I was to click on donut, this chart will automatically change to a donut format. Now, the key main changes are just that there's a hole in the center. It looks like a donut, yeah. And you're free to add in labels or icons and things like that onto the center here to try and design it further. Okay, but we're not going to do it here. We will do it in the dashboard when we start designing the entire report. Okay. And then for a tree map, if you click on a tree map just shows the same proportions but using rectangles. Yeah. So we can still see Ohio Street Beach as the highest. Yeah. Right. So we can see the dominant values here, the 1, 2, 3, and the others are not so dominant. Right. So these are the, so this is what these three visualizations are useful for.